The Trump administration dropped a bombshell on the hallowed halls of Harvard University. On April 14, 2025, they announced a freeze on a staggering $2.2 billion in federal funds. This included grants and contracts, totaling a massive financial blow to the university. This wasn't just about money, it was a power play. The message was clear toe the line or face the consequences. This wasn't an isolated incident. This marked the 7th time the Trump administration had targeted elite colleges, with a particular focus on the Ivy League. 6 of the 7 institutions targeted were part of this prestigious group. The reason? Harvard, along with these other institutions, dared to push back against a series of demands issued by the administration. These demands weren't mere suggestions, they were ultimatums, aimed at fundamentally reshaping the university from the inside out. Failure to comply would result in the loss of billions, jeopardizing research, academic programs, and the very fabric of the institution. This wasn't just about Harvard, it was about the future of higher education in America. The Trump administration's demands were far-reaching, targeting the core principles of academic freedom and university autonomy. One demand called for Harvard to report foreign students who committed campus conduct violations directly to federal authorities, bypassing established university procedures. This raised serious concerns about due process and the potential for profiling. Another demand sought to diminish the influence of students and faculty in university governance. This move was seen by many as an attempt to silence dissenting voices and consolidate power within the administration. The administration also demanded Harvard ensure viewpoint diversity, a thinly veiled push to promote conservative perspectives within the university. Critics argued this was a blatant attempt to inject partisan politics into academia. The demands didn't stop there. The Trump administration demanded a crackdown on what they deemed anti-Semitism and civil rights violations, particularly in relation to pro-Palestinian activism. They also called for the dismantling of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, arguing they promoted reverse discrimination. The administration even went so far as to demand the banning of face masks on campus, a measure seemingly unrelated to the other demands and widely seen as targeting student protesters. Harvard's response to the Trump administration's demands was swift and resolute defiance. President Alan Garber issued a statement condemning the demands as an unprecedented attack on academic freedom. He argued that no government should dictate what is taught in classrooms, who is admitted or hired, or what research is conducted. Garber framed the administration's actions as a blatant attempt to stifle dissent and impose a political agenda on a space meant for free inquiry and critical thinking. Harvard's refusal to bow to pressure marked a significant shift. The university had previously faced criticism for being too willing to appease powerful interests. However, this time was different. This was about more than just money. It was about defending the very principles upon which Harvard was founded. Harvard maintained that it had independently addressed concerns regarding anti-Semitism and remained committed to fostering a diverse and inclusive campus environment. However, they refused to do so under duress or at the expense of academic freedom. This stance resonated across the academic world, with many seeing Harvard's defiance as a crucial stand against government overreach in higher education. Harvard's decision to fight back against the Trump administration's demands ignited a firestorm of reactions. The American Association of University Professors, AAUP, immediately filed a lawsuit challenging the funding cuts, arguing that the administration had failed to follow proper procedures outlined in Title VI legislation. Alumni rallied behind their alma mater, urging Harvard to challenge the demands in court and pledging financial support for the legal battle ahead. Protests erupted on campus and in the streets of Cambridge, with students, faculty, and community members expressing outrage over the administration's actions. Prominent figures added their voices to the chorus of condemnation. Former President Barack Obama praised Harvard for standing up for academic freedom, calling the Trump administration's actions a dangerous attempt to stifle intellectual inquiry. Anurima Bhargava, a Harvard alumna, commended the university for defending the values of higher education, emphasizing the need to protect these institutions from political interference. The potential consequences of the funding freeze were far-reaching. Experts warned that cutting off funds to Harvard, a global leader in research, could have a devastating impact on advancements in science and medicine. The freeze threatened to derail groundbreaking research with the potential to improve the lives of millions and bolster the nation's economic competitiveness.